Hey, my name is Russ, and that is Lauren. Welcome to our Sunday vinyl video. This is the last one of a series that we've been doing on some Record Store Day 2024 pieces that were sent to us from the folks at Rhino, which we're very thankful for. And we decided to piece them out and do give each one its individual video because we like to break down what we think of the packaging and the price and the sound and the value. And just for me, I'd rather do that in a couple of different videos than busting through things. And especially one like this, the one that we're going to talk about today is the Record Store Day 2024 piece from Dwight Yoakam. Now, this was available on several formats. It was available on CD and vinyl. I have no horse in the CD versus vinyl war. It's just I stream and I do vinyl. So that's why we have the vinyl.
I'm just going to insert. Dwight knows his early 90s country people, and he knows they're going to want CDs.
Yeah. That's Garth Brooks, too. Like when every time Garth releases something, there's always CDs to go with it. Yeah.
I know you. I got you. He says, I got you.
Right. For this piece, what you are getting in it is 4 LPs, and you are getting 3 early Dwight Yoakam records and a 4th LP, which is all demos from way back in 1981. Along with a pretty cool little booklet. Well, not little. I mean, it's a 12-inch booklet, but it's only like a couple of pages. Again, if this is your first time on the channel, hit subscribe, by the way. But if you've been here before, you know what's coming. I'm going to have pictures of all the stuff that we're going to talk about throughout the video, so you know what we're talking about. But we'll go through everything, and we'll first start talking about the packaging. Now, I don't think you've probably never seen original prints of like the early Dwight records. Okay. If you're a long-time fan of the channel, you know I used to have a huge record collection. So I used to have original pressings of Guitars, Cadillacs, etc., and Hillbilly Deluxe. I never had Buenos Noches, but I had those first two. And then This Time has never been on vinyl still. If we could fix that, that'd be great. It's never been on vinyl, and I'd really like to get a copy of This Time on vinyl, please.
Just trying to manifest it.
Yeah, just trying to see if I can make that happen. So you're looking at the first 3 records. I never had the third one, but the packaging on the first 2, exact same as it used to be, including one thing that I like. Sometimes reprints don't do this or represses don't do this. I'm a big fan of original labels, inner labels. And the Reprise label, I used to love how the Reprise label looked. And I remember clearly having that label on Guitars, Cadillacs, etc. And it's there. So this is one of those things where sound wise, and looks wise of it, other than a trademark here or there. If you gave me my old original copy of Guitars, Cadillacs, and then this one, I don't think I'd be like, that's the reprint right there. If they look and sound the same. Sometimes people get uppity about box sets. Like people like them to be in like a slipcase and all that, or like a box.
Box.
Where this is, but it's more like a slipcase. Like it's like you put the 3 LPs in the side. But Pink Floyd Pulse is one of the most revered boxes out there, a 4 LP live box set with a hardcover book, and that's in a slipcase. So I don't know. I don't think there's and then other people complain if it's not in a slipcase. They're like, oh, it doesn't fit on my shelf right, and it's like, you know what I mean?
Can't please everybody.
So for something like this, I think the packaging's about what I would expect. And the same thing too, you're going to get somebody like me. It's going to be like, they changed all the packaging and whatever. Like, I just want it to look like the originals. I just want these records to look like they looked originally. Right. And the booklet's cool. Like I said, little because it's like a 2 or 3 page fold out. Yeah. There's a ton of info in it though.
Oh, it's a hefty booklet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's heavy on text. Like there's and it's a lot of personal notes. Like, oh, here's what I was thinking when I wrote this.
That's cool. I like that kind of thing.
That type of sound. The sound on this is, and again, you don't have anything to compare this to, but I used to play the Guitars, Cadillacs record really loud, a lot. And this is on quiet vinyl. It sounds exactly the same to me. Before we get into, there's one thing I want badly for us to talk about the demo record.
Okay.
Before we get there, though, the Guitars, Cadillacs, as soon as that song starts, that sounds exactly like you would want it to sound.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. I almost want to wait to talk about the demo record till we get to value, but I guess we can just bring that up again in value.
Well, stay tuned for us to talk about the demo record.
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about
Keep
that
them watching.
in value. Yeah. Price. When we do Record Store Day pieces, we try and talk about the face value of it, what it would be going for, because this could be going for less than that when this video comes out. You might be watching this video in 2 years when, you know, these are way out of print and it's $2,000 now. So the price was $95, which is a bit much. That's a bit much. That's, you know, when you consider that we recently just talked about, now I know it's only 2 concerts and it's, you know, the band, but like we talked about a 3 LP set from the Doors that was, you know, $60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, $95 is, but then again, you also go against, like, if you're going to go find original pressings of in great shape of Guitars, Cadillacs, and Hillbilly alone, you're going to pay more than $95, I think.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, and if you do the math, right? Like it's less than $25 a pop.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's what they're,
You know,
when they do these things.
I'm okay with that math.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. I guess maybe I'm thinking of it like if you just like one record, you're going to be like, oh, I'm not paying all that for all that. But yeah, if you like Dwight enough, you're probably going to do exactly that math back quick. As far as value goes, there's one thing I do want to talk about with value. I would be surprised if these records don't see individual releases later. That happens quite a bit. We see even with the Stevie Nicks box set that was released last year, it took them a bit, but they released all the records separately. But then there's ones like the Ozzy Osbourne box set came out, I want to say like 5 years ago now, and they have yet to release all of those separate from that. So you never know. But for like Lauren was saying, for $125 a record, sure. Plus, I don't know that they'd ever released the demos record.
Well, I seem to recall somebody in this house when we were listening to that demo record say, I would buy this whole thing just for that.
Oh, I would, absolutely.
And
yeah,
you said
so
that
bringing it around to that the for me, the star of the show here is the demos record, and I don't have the title. It's like I think it's called So On and So Forth, or So Forth and So On, one or the other. We'll probably have a picture of it up. These demos from 1981. Well, inside of the first 30 seconds, I yelled across the house and said, "Hey, if the question was how twangy was Dwight before he got signed, the answer is all of it."
Yeah, all of the twang.
Yeah, I was. You know, I said another thing I said to you about halfway through the first set. I said, in 81, they must have been like, you know, Hank Sr. is dead, right?
Yeah, because we were talking about it, like how smooth and polished and
Poppy
almost
and
just
glossy
like
country was at the time.
yeah, you know this.
I have zero disrespect for early 80s Dolly, and certainly not for Kenny Rogers, but like,
This ain't no islands in the stream.
yeah, this is not, you know, Lucille and the Gambler. Like this sounds like
This is
like
like,
if you have never heard any of this material and you like early Dwight, yep.
Oh my god, I think I kept going, damn, after like every time. This is so good.
It was really, really, really good. I would, honest to God, I would buy the whole
So
set
there's
for
your
that.
value.
So if I knew for sure that the demo record was never coming out on its own, I would buy this whole set.
There you
own
go.
It. Yeah. So yeah, the value's there for us for sure. That is our thoughts on the Dwight Yoakam our Record Store Day 2024 piece. Like I said earlier, if this is your first time on the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you've been around these parts before and you haven't watched our other videos, you should hit the notification bell so you know when we have our videos on Thursday and our reaction video on Saturday. All of the above, if you would please hit the like button, because that helps the channel grow, or share this out on your social media and whatnot. But as we always say, thank you so much for watching.